Yesterday we saw a fawn laying down in the bushes right in there. And then I heard its mother calling for it way off in the distance back over that way. And it sounded huge, so I thought maybe it was an elk. Oh yeah, there's something moving back there now. This is the next day. So now we're seeing deer come through this area. And luckily my habit is when we get to a new area with the dogs, Dodger's pretty good. Like, he can pretty much just run around. He won't bother anything. Unless it's a chipmunk or a squirrel or something. But Echo's a lot more curious and he'll take off after it. So when I'm in a new area like this place, and we're up in the mountains again, we're at 6,400 feet, up in the Coconinos, I always start out our first walks with Echo on the leash, just in case, because I don't know the wildlife or what's going on. And I'm glad I did, because there was like I said, that fawn was right over there. And he saw it and I saw it and I didn't know what it was. I thought, oh, is it a fox or a porcupine? But it wasn't scurrying back up in the tree. So I walked around a little bit and saw from a distance, I could see the spots on it, and it was just laying still there. And then I heard the mother calling for it. So I was really glad I had Echo on the leash, is what I'm saying. Because I think Echo would have ran over to it and then would have disturbed the fawn. So once we heard the mother calling for it, we listened a few times and she sounded huge. And so I thought, oh, maybe it's an elk. Pissed off elk or pissed off deer. So we headed back down the hill here, back to camp. So I'm gonna walk through there a little bit, see if I can see the deer. You can see them right back there. They're good size. Look like a couple of them had a little rack. There's another one right there, looking at us. You can see it moving. It's a nice meadow up here on top of this little hill. I can see where the deer come up here. See, Echo's really focused on them. Echo seat. Echo seat. I guess it's the snap. I guess I have to snap. Dodger's over here eating grass. We haven't seen grass in Arizona good grass for quite a while. Echo seat. Echo seat. Good. I'm trying to be quiet so we don't disturb the deer. This is a nice area. We're pretty excited to be back up in the mountains. It's supposed to get to 84 today. Oh, Dodger's throwing up. He's eating too much grass. Did you eat too much grass, Dodger? He's gonna do it again. Well, I guess I don't have to show that. I mean, you know what it looks like when a dog throws up. He's just been wandering out here and he's happy because it's cooler and there's a lot of shade. We took a long walk yesterday and it was only about 82 or 84 here, but the road and the trail was really hot. Like super hot, like you just touch it and it's like really hot. And once you're in the shade, then it's back down to like the 80s, the low 80s. Echo seat. Echo seat. You have to sit. Good sit. What do you see out there, Echo? It's deer. No, sit. You gotta stay. There's deer out there. No, go sit. You like it out here, Dodge? That fly off your nose. I know what you want. It's breakfast time. It's already getting warm in the sun, but we got a nice spot in the shade. You know, it's probably 50-50 shade with the trees, so we're not getting as much solar. It's pretty quiet here. I heard woodpeckers earlier. Going back to camp now. This is a really nice spot up here. I was thinking I got a couple hammocks. I could hang my hammock up here and just chill out. If I find a spot in the shade. There's some bugs out here, but I don't think I'm getting bit yet. I think I got one bite. It's strange to me to see cactus still here in the, I feel like I'm in the woods, like in the forest. I mean, I am in the forest, but every once in a while there's a cactus that pops up. Prickly pear, or one of those little round cactuses. And supposedly there's tarantulas out here. So I'm not sure if there's rattlesnakes, but there probably are. You know, it definitely doesn't really feel like rattlesnake territory to me, but I'm sure if there are rattlesnakes up here, we'll find them. So this place where we're camped in the Coconino National Forest is an interesting place. There's some good spots. A lot of places to camp, really. It's pretty packed. We came in on Saturday morning, and there's quite a few other campers here, probably 30 other people camped, maybe 40. Pretty well spaced. For some reason, I always feel like I pick spots that are near the loudest campers. Like when you go to a rest area, I feel like I always pick a spot that has the loudest trucks next to it. So I kind of learned, like, I don't think that's the case. It's just your perspective. No matter where you pick, you don't know. Like, you don't know if that person has a generator, if they have a noisy dog, if they have kids, or some crazy like off-road equipment, or if they're just loud, or if they're gonna get drunk or party or play music. Like, you don't know. So you just have to pick a spot that looks good and then just cross your fingers. So I was happy to get here, so I didn't really care. We found a really good spot, easy to get in and out of with the trailer. But I picked a spot next to 2 trailers. And I kind of could see from a distance, I was like, I don't see any generators. So I thought that was a good sign, right? There's no generator, so at least I know there won't be a generator. Eventually they came back into their camp, and I mean, they were partying. I mean, they were just a family, really, just with kids, and 2 families. You know, they're just kids and kind of not loud. They're just, it's kind of echoey around here. But then they played their music, and they played their music pretty loud. But luckily, you know, it was country music, so it fit the scene. It wasn't music that I hate, you know, or that I can't get used to. So it was country music until dark, basically, a little after dark, which is totally fine. And then they turned on their generator. But that was only for an hour or whatever. So it wasn't a lot of peace and quiet yesterday. But I needed to take a nap anyway. And I was really happy with this area, just to be out of the desert and out of the harsh sun. And it's about 10 or 15 degrees cooler than where we left, near Sedona. And this morning, someone was playing their music again at 7:30 in the morning. Luckily, we were already up. But it's, I don't know, it seemed kind of early. But it's not a big deal, really, because that's what happens out here. You do whatever you want. There were people shooting guns. They were pretty far away, but man, they were firing a lot of rounds, like, and really, it was pretty loud, even though they seemed to be pretty far away. But they were doing that for a few hours. And, you know, that's to be expected out here, too. This camp area is pretty clean. See, there's a camper back there. There's a bus here. There's a yellow bus out in this meadow. There's this really interesting rig. It's a van pulling a trailer. I don't know, it just looks kind of funny to me. I've seen people doing van life and people doing trailer life. What is it, Echo? These people are doing both in one. This morning is Sunday morning, so I think a fair amount of these campers are going to leave. I've already seen, looks like a couple people have already left. See, there's that van pulling a trailer. It's an interesting rig. And we're camped, well, right where Dodger's heading. See, there's a few other campers, not too far away, not too close. These dogs are hungry. You hungry? Not gonna get as much solar, so out here, because of the trees, you can see my panels are a little dusty. So I'm gonna do a little experiment right now. I'm gonna go see how much energy I'm getting from the panels currently. Okay, so I'm gonna do a test. See what it's like if I wash the panels. So this says 6.7 amps. 6.7 amps, 14.1 volts. Okay, so now I've cleaned them. I cleaned the panels. And let's see if there's any improvement. Actually, it doesn't look like it. 6.2 amps, 14 volts. That's the battery. 6.1, 6.2 amps, 14 volts. So that's kind of interesting. I had to get the ladder out. It's kind of a haphazard way that I get up on the roof, but I don't have to do it too much. It's been a while actually since I've been up there to clean the panels, and it doesn't look like I got much improvement at all. They weren't really that dusty, I guess. They just looked dusty, but really not blocking that much sunlight. So right now we're generating full power. I guess we were before too. You like it under there, Dodge? I can tell you like the mountains.